Guys, this is not the full review of this knife. This is simply a mid-review thing that I've noticed, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. You saw the title. I love the 940, but I just think this does it better. So let's turn this around, take a look at it from above. This isn't something I scripted. This is just kind of a rambling rant as to why I think this is so much better than the 940. Guys, you saw the title, and what we're talking about is the Oaks Works EDX Solar Storm, and why I think it's absolutely the direction that Benchmade needs to start going with the 940. I do understand it's a long loved design, but there's a lot of things that this does so much better. So let's look at that. And I'll tell you why I think that. So first of all, I love the 940. I always have. It's been a design I've loved for a very long time. The 940 is your classic full-size EDC in a small package. It comes in a lot of variants. It is a very comfortable knife to carry. It's a very comfortable knife to handle. But the fact is, the 940 has got some serious limitations in blade thickness, behind the edge thickness, some design flaws in their the way that they're put together with their access lock and stuff like that, which I don't like blade play. I don't like the fact that to get a smooth action on this, I've got to have blade play. So what has happened is Eric, I don't know whether intentionally or by accident, has come upon a design that feels very similar in hand to the 940, but eliminates some of those issues. So let me walk you through why I think that this is the 940 killer. So you've got a very similar profile, super similar profile. The knife itself feels in hand very similar to the 940 in hand. You've got some of the same handle shape and things like that, just kind of melts in your hand. You've got a blade that is about the same size and relative shape almost on edge as the 940. This one's a little bit different. It's more like a modified sheep's foot. But what you've got here is same blade stock thickness, but done in a fashion where this comes down way thinner behind the edge. This is what it would look like if you had a production version of Brian over at Transparent Knives. If you had one of his regrinds that was done in a less flashy version. So what you're getting is the benefits of having a reblade from Brian without the over-the-top things that change it so much. So really good profile. It's in pocket. It is almost one for one in pocket, the same feel as carrying a 940. And you've got better materials. I do realize this is a more expensive knife. This is done in aluminum, and this is S90V. Granted, S90V is my favorite steel, but this knife does not, this particular model does not come in S90V. I had to put an S90V blade in it. This comes in titanium with an inlay of either carbon fiber or micarta on both sides. And the titanium is a better material. You can anodize it and things like that. And it's as much as I like the access lock, I think a frame lock is a better fit for a knife this size. And I just find this to be an overall better experience in use than the 940. The problem I've had with the 940, the next point we're going to talk about, is the cutting of the 940. While it's good for some small tasks, and yes, it's a beefy EDC, I don't necessarily want that. I want something I can do some cutting with. When you get into something and you're cutting with the 940, you definitely feel how thin it is in handle and how much resistance you're getting with the blade. As much as I love this design, I would never get rid of this. I honestly think that this is so much more comfortable to cut with because you don't have as much resistance. You've got a much thinner blade profile, much thinner edge profile, and it cuts so much better than the 940. These ones are done in M390 steel, which is a very good steel. I love it. And yes, I know that there's a little hiccup in the edge back here, but all I did was put a real quick just testing edge on this because I'd used it so much. So I will completely reprofile this. But I just find this to be better in every way than the 940. And with it being so comparable in size, I just really think that this kind of just kills the 940. It really does. This was not meant to be the full review video. This was just something that I've side by side kind of compared these, and I'm like, I really have to just go ahead and shout it out and point it out that this knife, I think, is a much better option at this point than this. I think that Benchmade could go back and kind of modify this design. I know that it wouldn't be the original Osborne design, but you could do this knife and do an axis lock, even if you wanted to, do an axis lock, but utilize more of that blade grind and thin it out more, do a hollow, make this a better cutter, because at this point, I couldn't justify purchasing one of these. I didn't even purchase this one. It was a gift from a guy at Blade Show West. He gave it to me, and I couldn't justify the price of it back then. And I absolutely can't now that the prices went up. Even though this is a more expensive knife, I could absolutely justify that price increase because just all around, it's a better knife than the 940. Like I said, no knock against the 940. It's a great design. It's an iconic design. But you got to admit, this addresses most of the faults that are in that knife. So there you go, guys. Just a little quick mid carry. I just realized I wanted to do this because I like this knife so much. Eric really knocked it out of the park with this one. So guys, let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day. So there you go, guys. Like I said, this is everything I would want in the 940, just in a different form factor. And I think the 940 could be brought more into the modern, and I would love it. I would love to see Benchmade start doing things like that and offering more out of that knife, because it is an iconic design. It's a gorgeous design. It's one I've always loved. I think that between the price point and the lack of functionality of that knife, the 940 is just a no for me. But this basically addresses all of those, and I just wanted to shout that out. We'll see the full review video of this when I'm done. I love this knife. It's getting a deep, heavy carry review, so we'll see. It seems to be doing everything I would want from it. So we'll see how it pans out. I'll give it another week or two, and we'll see. Guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications set to all, and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, or you won't get notified of stuff. Likes are the best thing you can do for a channel. YouTube sees value in the content, or shows that YouTube sees that you are seeing value in the content when you show a like. And it pushes up the algorithm. So YouTube's been rough lately, so just any channels that you watch, just like their videos. If you want to support the channel financially, ton of affiliate links. Coffee Brand Coffee. Filming 2 videos a day with the Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee, 5% on your overall order when you use my coupon code CrazySharp, or the affiliate link itself. Dollstrong knives, lots of selection, huge selection in knives. If you can't find a kitchen knife you want on Dollstrong, you didn't look hard enough. And all of the Amazon affiliate links that are below those absolutely are a gateway into my affiliate store, so you don't have to purchase the item that you clicked on. If you're just going to get some stuff on Amazon, please use one of my affiliate links and just clear out the search bar and search for what you're looking for, even if it's stuff for around the house, not knife related. And the other way you can do it is I have a membership down below. It's all tier based. All the tiers have access to my Gilded server. Baseline and premium tiers are automatically entered into the giveaways that I do on the Gilded server, and the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind that paywall. Guys, that's it on this one. I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next video.